this is an opportunity to explore your project. And so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to walk you through the whole thing, minus recording the vocals, but I'm going to get you from the beginning of your song to the end of your song in one fell swoop. So far what we've done in class is we've laid out parts of the introduction and the verse. We haven't done the complete chorus or the bridge, and we haven't recorded this in the arrangement view. And so let me show you some of what we've done here to help streamline your process. Right now we've got an introduction that we've been going, we've been playing drums alone, and we've been adding the harmony to it, and we've been adding the arpeggio. Now what I want to do is I want us to be able to build that into one session, one scene across the top, so we can bring in those clips individually, but it doesn't take up more scenes than we need it to. So I'm just going to take the first harmony clip, I'm going to put it up at the top, I'm going to take the harmony arpeggio, put it right there, and I'm going to take these clips, I'm just going to get rid of this, I'm going to get rid of these scenes. Just like that. So now what I've got left, if I want to play in the introduction, I can hit the drums right here. I can bring in this. And bring in my arpeggio. Now some of you might want to note what I've done here, and I've done this to make it easy for me to figure out the difference between all the parts that I've got going in my song. So this is my drums / percussion track. This is harmony 1, my harmony 2 arpeggio. Basically this is the straight harmonies, these are the arpeggiated versions. Here's my melody. I added a bass line because I think it sounds better, it fills the song out. I'll talk about the bass line here in a second. And I've added a couple of other tracks that I used during the chorus. You could choose to do that. You might choose to do something else. But I'm going to take you through what I've done here. And I've left one track open for vocals for me to record later. So now you'll notice that the top scene is titled Intro / Bridge / Outro. So there's some sections in the song that I use a bridge to get back from the chorus back to the verse. So instead of going straight from the chorus to the verse, I put a little bridge in, and the bridge is just the same material that I used to stagger in in an introduction. And then for the outro, I use the same parts, and I just take one out at a time. Let me show you a brief kind of rundown of what my form is. Hopefully you can see this. I can't see myself on the screen right now, so I'm hoping this is going to work out. So the introduction, the way that I've mapped out my song, and you should do the same thing. If you use the same formula that I'm using, then you can use the same map. If you change it some, you should just write down what you're doing. Introduction, I'm doing 10 bars long, so it'll be 2 bars of just drums, 4 bars with the harmony on 1 chord, and then 4 bars with the added arpeggio on 1 chord. So those 10 bars are going to sound like 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3. Now harmonies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2. Now add the arpeggio harmonies. 2, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4. Then for the verse, what I've done is I've created one scene. So my verse is 16 bars long. It's 1 chord, a 1 chord, 4 chord, and 4 chord, 1 1 4 4, 5 5 4 4, 1 1 1 1. So this scene is the 1 1 4 4 right here, and you look at the verse drums is the same as the introduction drums. I just changed its name so that it would reflect the verse in that scene. But the harmony one, if you look at it, and let's look at the notes, you'll see that it's I'm outlining a G chord here and a C chord here. So it's 2 bars of G chord, 2 bars of C chord, which is 2 bars of 1 and 2 bars of 4. Same thing here for the harmonic arpeggiated material. I've got 2 bars of a 1 chord and 2 bars of a 4 chord. Now the melody coordinates with that. So 2 bars of a 1 chord coordinated melody, 2 bars of a 4 chord coordinated. Remember, that means that the melody kind of starts and stops on those important 1 chord tones when it's playing, harmonizing with the 1 chord, and it stops with the 4 chord tones when it's harmonizing with the 4 chords. And if it has some major like stopping places in the middle, it's usually one of the chord tones. But it can have other tones in there as well, so we call those passing tones. Now, here's a bass line that I've added to my song, and let's see, let me take these. So my bass line, I'm going to take this down a little bit. My bass line sounds like this. Now, if I wanted to put that with the harmony, just so you can hear what that sounds like with this, the held 1 and 4 chord, I'll do that. Here you go. Now you hear 4. So you'll notice that these chord progressions now, these are they're 8 bars long. The one that is not 8 bars long is this this arpeggiated harmony right here, but because it is exactly half of the other ones, I'm just letting it repeat. I could have just as easily copied and pasted this whole thing starting on bar 5, and then it would be 8 bars long. I don't need to do that because it's just repeated material. So, and then of course drums. This is just same story as the intro drums. So I've run the verse so that I let this go for 8 bars. So it goes 1 1 4 4 1 1 4 4. Just like my verse here. And then the next part of the verse, which is 16 bars total, is 5 5 4 4. You'll see that in this next scene here. And then 1 1 1 1, last 4 bars of the verse right there. So if I run these in a row, I get this. 2 2 3 4 3. 5 2 3 4 6 2 3 4 7 2 3 4 8 2 3 4 2 3 4 2 2 3 4 3 2 3. Now on to the 1. Here we go. Cool. Okay. So that would be the entire verse. Now you might notice I've chosen some kind of wacky sounds now because I just started to play with some stuff and I liked the way that these sounded. So you can choose whatever sounds make you happy. You can choose whatever tempo makes you happy. But this is kind of what I've come up with. The melody here is this kind of a funky sounding instrument. It's called vowel cadence. You may or may not have this in your Ableton set, but at any rate, it has that kind of a funky, it plays with time a little bit, kind of arpeggiated, clipped sound that I thought was interesting. Okay, so after the verse, we're going to do what's called a bridge, and I call this the bridge to the chorus. So it's only 8 bars long, and it goes 4 4 5 5 4 4 5 5, and that would be the next scene I've got here. So this scene, I'm just going to play the scene for you. You'll hear now, and I would suggest you do this when you get out of the verse. You probably want to switch the drums up a little bit, and you want to. I switch some of the sounds too. So my drum track now for this part sounds like this. Okay, and so I've got that drum track, and I kept the sound of the melody from the first verse. So let's listen to that for a second. All right, that's part of the verse. I kept that same sound in the bridge to the chorus. Okay, and I kept the same bass sound. That's from the bridge. That's the verse. Okay, but I bring in a couple of different harmony sounds. So I bring in this sound, kind of a cathedral organ sound, and now that is my new melody sound that's going to take over for the chorus, and the cathedral organ sound that you just heard here is what's taking over for the harmonies. Okay, so my bridge now sounds like this. My bridge to the chorus. This is going from the verse to the chorus. There's again, we're going to use this different group of clips to go from the chorus back to the verse. But here's the verse to chorus bridge. All right, so that bridge to chorus was 8 bars long, 4/4, 5/5, 4/4, 5/5. That's what I did. You don't have to do that, but that's what I chose to do. All right, now let's go to the chorus. So the chorus, I have yet a different drum track that's similar to the bridge coming into the chorus, but a little bit different. So it sounds like this. And then I've got chorus bass sounds like this. See something on that clip? I want to make sure. There we go. Now we should hear the very first note. There we go. I wanted to hear that. Okay. So, and then the chorus harmonies. So it looks like sounds like I'm getting a little bit of clipping here. I'm not going to mess with preference settings right now, but that gives you a good idea of the chorus. Now the chorus, again, that I'm doing goes, basically it's all one, except for, so it's 8 bars long, so 1, and then beats 3 and 4 of the 2nd, 4th, 6th, and 8th bars. In other words, every other bar. I'm doing a 4 chord on beat 3 and 4, so you can hear that if you just listen to this chorus. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, and then my melody coordinates with that. So this is my chorus melody. And let me just make sure that, again, I did cut my first note off. Sure did. Now let's try that. All right, so that chorus sounds like this. All right, so after I do the chorus in my map, I do a bridge back to the verse. And that bridge sounds like the introduction, and I only play it 4 bars, and it's 4 bars with all the stuff that's in the introduction all play at the same time. So it's going to sound like this. 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4. All right, and then I go back into verse 2 when I play it exactly the same structure as verse 1. If I were singing it, I'd have different words, but it's all the same music, right? So same music in verse 2. And then I take the bridge to the chorus, just like I did the first time. So I'd play which is, again, this scene. So again, to go through the verse, it's going to be this scene, which is 8 bars, then this 4-bar scene, and this 4-bar scene. And that's the whole verse. And then bridge to the chorus, and then I play the chorus. And the second time, the way that I'm doing my song, the second time I go through the chorus, I'm gonna repeat the chorus. So I'm gonna go intro, verse, bridge to chorus, chorus, bridge to verse, verse 2, bridge to chorus, chorus, and then chorus again. So I'm repeating the chorus on the last time through the chorus, or the last time I get to it. And then after I go through the chorus 2 times, I'm going to play my outro. And what I decided to do for an outro is do 4 bars of everything that was in this scene, which was the introduction. And then 2 bars just the drums and the harmony, which means I'm taking out the arpeggios. And then 2 bars just the harmony, which means I take the drums out and I let the harmonies just play for the last 2 bars. And then I'm done. I stop. Okay, so friends, I highly recommend that you make all of these tracks that are labeled, and that's really what I'm trying to get at. I've left a spot for us to add vocals. I'm not going to require that you get vocals in before the end of the week, but you should have all your vocal stuff ready to go. Like, I've thought of some words that's going to go with my song, so it's going to be kind of fun. But this keeps things clean when you have everything labeled like this. That's really important. And when you have labeled scenes, so you know what you're shooting for. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to play all of this into arrangement view. Okay? And in arrangement view, we're going to hit this button. Oops, sorry. When we hit this button, it's going to record everything we do in our session view into arrangement view. So we'll have it on the timeline, just how we pick it out here. So what I'm going to do this time through, I'm going to play my song with all of these parts: intro, verse, bridge, chorus, bridge, verse 2, bridge to chorus, chorus times 2, outro, in that order. Firing these clips and firing the scenes as I need to. And then I'm going to be able to flip into arrangement view, and it'll have everything organized for me there. All right, here we go. You got to hit this button to record in arrangement view. Here we go. All right, here comes my drums. 2, 3, 4, 2, 2. Now harmonies. 3, 2, 3, 4, 2. Now, arpeggiated. Here we go, verse. bridge the chorus. Here we go. My chorus. There's our bridge. Now we go to verse 2. The bridge. Here's the chorus. Now I repeat the chorus. Alright, now after that second repeat, I'm getting ready for the outro. Cool. Okay, now let's actually that outro I played a couple of different I think I could have tweaked that differently for the outro, but it was okay. I'm gonna go check it out in the arrangement view now, and lo and behold, look at this. Now, in order for us to be able to hear what's here, no pun intended, we got to hit this little orange looking funky sign here, and magically all that stuff comes into play. Now if we hit play here, we sit back and we listen and we wait and listen for our song to go. Four bars arpeggio. Ready for verse. Bridge. Bridge. 4, 2, 3, go to verse. Hopefully you can hear all the parts now. Ready for bridge. Okay, so what we realized here is that I cut this out 1 bar early, which is cool because now you see I can do that and make that complete 4 bars. And then there's 2 bars left here, which works, and I'm going to cut this. So now if I start here, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3. Now cut that. Now cut drums. And that's really the ending that I wanted. So I did have some glitching in there on my computer, which doesn't sound the greatest, but this hopefully is hopefully helpful for you. If you can do this, then you will have this project done by week's end before you guys take off. That's my goal for you. And now what I've done is, you'll notice I left 1 track open for the vocals. I hope this video was helpful, and make sure you save your project and submit it on Isidore so I can take a look at it over Easter break. Again, you don't have to record the vocals in, but you should definitely have an idea of what you are going to sing for the vocals, but we haven't done the process of putting that in yet, so don't sweat that. We'll get it done, and I'll see you after Easter. Have a great Easter break. Bye-bye.